Howdy, everyone. I'm Bill the Geek, Bill Dallas Lewis, broadcasting live from Chapala, Mexico. Welcome to all my subscribers. And if you're new here, our channel, the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, we do Mexico travel, Mexico immigration law, how to rent a place, how to buy a house. What are the towns like? What are the cities like? We travel. Right now, we've been in Guadalajara, Malake, Puerto Vallarta, by Chapala, San Nicolas, Ajijic, and other places. We go to historical places, and we broadcast live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Eric Drews, Jack Webb. Thanks, everybody, for showing up. We have a lot to do today. We have Dave Hayden from Portland, Oregon. And we have Senor Mexico. Buenos dias, everyone. Ted here from Baltimore, Maryland. That makes us coast to coast. Folks, I'm looking at the camera right now, but my computer's over here on the right. And then I've got notes over here, so I'll be looking all around. Olga, good morning, Olga. Buenos dias. Teresa's in the other room watching. Drew Breeze. Hello, everyone. Hola, Bill. Mi amigo from Chelsea, Alabama. Oh, we got East, West, and South. Next Saturday, I'll be watching you. Oh, Eric Drews, you're coming down to Ajijic. Right on, dude. Right on, dude. Come on down. We got Dr. John, Joe Griff from New Jersey. Joe Griff is a doctor, so I just call him Dr. John. He always comes in and helps us out with very good information. One gypsy traveler, buenos dias, from Columbia, Kentucky. Good morning to you. Christine, my buddy Christine, you're all my buddies and my friends. I have a new family. I tell you what, this YouTube, this YouTube thing, I've met a lot of people and they're my friends. I love you all. John Doherty, top of the morning to you from Missouri. Yee-hoo. And there's my wife, Teresa de Anda. Ooh, speaking of Teresa de Anda, but first let me give a big shout out to Russ Shrewsbury, one of my buddies. Ooh, from the mountains of southern West Virginia. Thanks for coming back, Russ. Speaking of my wife, we have a lot to cover today. I've got some more music down in the description. I want to talk about that. My cousin has the keys for her apartment. We're going to talk about that. Finding an apartment is important if you're not from here and you're looking around. We're going to talk about that a bit. We have a new segment. It's called Special Moments. We have 2 special moments that we encountered this week. This week I posted in full my cousin's video. The link is down below in the description. I got a little bad feedback from that video, but mostly supportive video, but it goes through the history of her life and all the countries that she's lived in. And she found her apartment in a very different way I didn't know about. When I broadcasted last week, I didn't know how she found this apartment. We're going to talk about that. It was a very unique methodology that everyone should know about. Let's see who else is coming in. Jesse and Sherry. Hi, Bill and Teresa. Love you guys. Watching your channel from Rector, Arkansas. We got East, West, and we got the South. Ooh, who's going to come in from the North? One gypsy traveler. I can't wait to get there. I just sent off my passport stuff this past Wednesday. Okay, let's do a little advertising real quick. Teresa put up a new video this week, and of course it's a cooking video. She has like 200 videos on the internet, but this week the link to this video is down below in the description. It is a fish soup broth. And she's going to start out with these ingredients right here. And she's going to end up with this tasty broth. The picture doesn't really do the broth justice, but she's going to start out with some vegetables, some olive oil, and some fish, and you'll be amazed at what happens to the fish so she can get it down to this point. Also, this week, we're doing another video on the best places to eat in Chapala specifically. And we've got some video clips from that coming up soon. Jack Webb, One Gypsy. I love the books of a lady from Adair County. Okay, very good. Read them all. Daniel Mack, Columbus, representing the North. Is that Daniel? That's Columbus, Ohio. Oh, we don't have anybody in the North Central. Letha from Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome. Oh, Guachinango. Ooh, okay. Dr. John is always in with the really good tips. And One Gypsy Traveler, Jack Webb. Never heard of her, but I've only lived here a year. Okay, very good. Last week we had a little technical difficulty. In fact, for the last 3 weeks, I've had technical difficulties. I'm videoing this with my lovely Canon M50 camera. It's a great camera, but the battery only lasts for an hour and a half. So 2 weeks ago, I unplugged the battery, plugged it back in. Everything went pretty good, but last week, I unplugged the battery, plugged in a new battery, and it wouldn't work. And I got to show you something here. Oh. Now here is the battery that makes the camera run. And I had 3 of them. But I had the same problem with my drone batteries. Now, you guys help me out on this, but here's what happens with some camera batteries and some drone batteries. I like to fill my batteries up and have them ready to go for the next time. But if you do that, they swell up, and then you can't put them back into the camera or into the drone. They're ruined. Then you have to buy new ones, but who cares about that? So now I'm hooked up with a brand new connection. I can go for 8 or more hours today. And here's what happened. Here's the Canon M50 right here. So here's my problem. I bought this electrical connection, and here's where you put the battery in, right down here. There's the battery. That's the regular battery that will last for an hour and a half doing video. It should go for like 8 hours. But now I'm putting in a dummy. I'm going to put in a dummy battery. The battery doesn't have anything in it. You'll see here in a minute. I'm going to pull out the regular battery, and then so I bought this on Amazon. It's an electrical charger. So I tried it one time and it wouldn't work. It didn't work. And I was very frustrated. I was thinking, I paid like $25 for this. You can see I'm plugging in the electric there. I plug in the electric. So I'm going to stick this thing in the camera. This is amazing. This is stupid techie stuff. Some techie stuff is just stupid. Okay, so I put in the battery, then I plug in the electricity, and then nothing happens. Nothing at all happens. And I'm so angry, I'm ready to return this sucker from Amazon. But it ends up, there's a little trick involved, a little stupid techie thing that who would have thought? So I stick the battery in it again, close the door, and there's that little hole on the bottom. A little hole, and you have to flip this thing open, and then you stick in the electrical charge, and then this dude is ready to rumble, and that's what we're doing today. We're all set up. We're live. This is Bill the Geek, broadcasting live from Chapala, Mexico. Also, starting Sunday, I'm going to do a video on the real Mexico, the real places where the real Mexican nationals live, where the real national Mexicans shop. And I've done pretty videos on Tlaquepaque and Guadalajara, downtown Guadalajara, the beaches of Puerto Vallarta, but I haven't done any videos on where the real people live. And we're going to start shooting that tomorrow. It's a totally different life, and it's a way to live, and then you're with the people, but we'll start shooting that on Sunday. Also, we're doing some restaurant videos. I've talked about that. Let's see who is in the house now. That girl. Oh, yeah, my hair disappeared. Yep. Shaved the head last night and shaved so I'd be looking pretty for everyone in the house. Tell me if I'm looking good or not. Greetings, Bill, from Jim and Jim in Palm Harbor, Florida. We're heading your way next April for 10 days to check it all out. And then again in August for a month or so for a more serious look. Can't wait. CMT 63 in the house. Always happy to see you. Oh, he's coming in with some techie stuff. Thank you, CMT. CMT, lithium polymer batteries should not be left fully charged for more than 2 days. 3.7 is mid-range and should be left charged at that for long periods of time. Who would have thought? Who would think of anything like that? Okay, let's get to something that I found really fascinating. This is the apartment. Some of you have seen this video. My cousin Tulsi, we did this video. This is at the end of the video. She has the keys to this place. She put down her deposit. She should be in there by the end of this week. But the really interesting thing about the way she found this apartment, and my cousin is brilliant. She's a brilliant artist. She does excellent work. But let me tell you how she found the apartment, because I didn't tell you this last week. I didn't know this last week. But what she did is she went to Facebook and she found Facebook groups in Ajijic because she wanted to live in Ajijic because she wasn't meeting people in Guadalajara and her Spanish is not good. So she, after 3 years in Guadalajara, she wanted to connect with people and have friends. And she thought if she could be in a place where they spoke Spanish or spoke English, that she could connect with people. Okay, so she went to Facebook groups, she went to Facebook rentals in Ajijic, and she sent messages to people, and she wasn't getting responses, or the responses she was getting she didn't like. So she did a reversal. I have never heard of this approach. I think this is very important. If you're thinking of moving down here or visiting down here, you want to just hear me out for another 2 minutes. What she did was she posted her own ad in Facebook, not a paid ad. I'm not sure how she placed this ad, but what she did was she said, okay, I'm Tulsi. I want to spend $650 a month. I want about 3 bedrooms. I want to be right in the middle of Ajijic so I can walk wherever I want to go. I don't want to need a car. I have a dog. So if you're I pay on time. I've got money. And so if you want a tenant like that, then contact me. So she wasn't out looking for an apartment. Now, this is the apartment. It's fully furnished, 3 bedrooms, 2 stories, view of the lake. And so she had people chasing her down to be their tenant. And tell me, how many of you take that approach that have looked down here? You go looking for places. The worst thing to do is to go to Google and go to apartments for rent. That's where you get really screwed. And I got to add this note. And I've done it. I've gone to Google houses for sale, Lake Chapala, houses for sale or apartments for rent in Puerto Vallarta. That's where you get screwed. Her approach was really good, but the funny thing is that Teresa has 3 kids. Her ex-husband passed away about 3 years ago, but before he passed away, he was looking for an apartment. So his daughter, Moni, who grew up in Guadalajara, she's 45 years old. So he wanted a new apartment. So let me go back to me. He wanted a new apartment. How did she find an apartment? Did she go to Google to look for apartments? Did she go to Facebook to look for apartments? No. What she did is she asked him where he wanted to live in the Guadalajara area, and then she got in her car and she drove around looking for houses for rent. And that's how she found the apartment. She didn't go to newspapers. She didn't go to Facebook. She didn't go to Google. She actually physically, because a lot of people that put places up for rent, some of the best places you're going to find for rent and for sale are not on social media. People, a lot of these people, in fact, the place that my cousin is going to rent, the owner is 80 years old. She doesn't know anything about social media. And she has an apartment manager that communicated with Tulsi. So there are many ways to find a place to stay down here, affordable places to stay, but many times working with Google, social media, you're going to get charged gringo prices. So you got to get around that by getting under the covers in Facebook, post your own ad, or come to visit, rent an Airbnb for like 2 weeks and just walk around and see what you can find. Okay, here we go. Let's see what's going on now. Okay, Paul Lou. Hey, Bill, I heard a hurricane came through your area. What was the effect for you folks? Very good. Teresa just informed me that Hurricane Norma is off. Hurricane Nora is off the coast of Malachi right now, and her son lives in Malachi. Malachi is, Puerto Vallarta is right on the coast. Malachi is about a 4-hour drive south of Puerto Vallarta. And Malachi, they get beat up. It's like a little Haiti. But anyway, the only problems that we should have with this broadcast today, the question was, how is the hurricane affecting us? It's very cloudy out. It's rarely cloudy here in the daytime. The clouds are moving swiftly over the house, and I'm wondering if the electricity will go out before this broadcast ends. It's a little bit windy out. Malachi is a 5-hour drive from here, but our sky is filled with thick gray and white clouds. So hopefully our electricity holds out through the broadcast and the house stays. NEM. Okay, now CMT. That was my husband, Mark. Okay. Gypsy Traveler, whoever built that kitchen must have really love to cook. 6 burners and a commercial sink. What a great thing. Great place right in central Ajijic, walking distance from the lake, from the Malecon, from the plaza, from everywhere. Jordan White, can I cancel Medicare Part B premium? That will save me $148 a month. Well, Jordan, your Medicare Part B, my cousin Tulsi has that. And I say, well, why do you have that? I don't have it. I pay private insurance down here through a Mexican insurance company. If you get sick, I mean, Medicare is a good thing, but you got to get back to the United States to use it, to my knowledge. But for $148 a month, if you get, my cousin is a doctor for the CIA. He travels all around the world, and he said what you want to do for sure is get somebody that was in one of these live broadcasts talked about airdrops, airlifts, so that you can get airlifted out of here, get to a hospital in the United States, and then you're covered. I mean, you can have $1 million worth of expenses in the hospital and not pay a dime. So there's a good reason to keep. Go ahead and pay him. If you got the $148, pay him the $148 and be happy that you're covered. Jordan White, Bill, you told me hurricanes don't affect you inland last week. Remember? They don't. The hurricanes, we get, it's like cloud cover. The hurricane is 5 hours away, but it's a big hurricane. So we're not going to get blown away like they might in Milwaukee. I don't think we're going to have a lot of houses wiped out like what might happen in Milwaukee. But if you look at the weather maps, this is a giant hurricane and the clouds are spacious. So we're just getting the after effect of the clouds. We might get some heavy rains. And if there are heavy rains and some wind, the electricity might go out, but we're not going to take a direct hit. Okay, Jordan White. Bill, you told me about, Dr. John, Jordan White, yes, you can cancel Part B if you can never envision returning to the U.S. for your medical care for any circumstances. That's a Dr. Joe Griff. Thank you, Dr. John. Okay, and for you, since we're talking about medical care, if you're in the Puerto Vallarta area, or if you're visiting Puerto Vallarta, consider, and you need a doctor. This is Teresa's son-in-law. Yeah, he's a doctor. This is Aurelio. It took me 5 years to figure out how to say his name, but I have a link to his website below. He is in Puerto Vallarta. And he makes house calls. So, and it's like, $30 for him to come to your house in the day. It's like $40 for him to come to your house at night. He has been filled. There's a link to his website below. He's a doctor. His wife is a doctor in marine biology. He's very good. He's been booked up. He has been booked up with virus business. He says the COVID is slowing down in Puerto Vallarta, but now they have cruise ships starting to come in, and he expects with more cruise ships coming in, there's going to be a lot more COVID. Teresa's daughter says that in Guadalajara, the hospitals are full. And the government doesn't talk about it hardly at all, but people are dying. In Milwaukee, people are dying. They're taking the big hit. Okay, Christine Prowse. Medical Part B doesn't cover everything, which is why you need the Medigap insurance. Also, if you go back and you want to reinstate your Medicare, they change your 10% that year you didn't pay for it. Very good. Thank you very much. Okay, Charlie Watts of the Rolling Stones died this week. He was 80 years old. God bless Charlie Watts. I have links to 3 of my favorite Rolling Stone songs down below in the description. I remember 2 of them. One is Sympathy for the Devil. This link is really worth taking a look at because if you watch this video, you're going to see Keith Richards and Mick Jagger, and they're like 20 years old, and they're actually very handsome. Have you ever seen Keith Richards when he's handsome? Well, you got to check out this video, Sympathy for the Devil, and to really appreciate Charlie Watts, I have the link for Honky Tonk Women. Doo 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 don 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 don. Dude. But anyway, God bless Charlie Watts. I appreciate your music and have fun in the next level. Okay, here we go. We had a couple of special moments this week. We were walking through the park. We walk 4 or 5 miles a day. And we were walking through the park and we saw on the lake what I'm going to show you right now. It was a very touching moment. And when we were walking through the park, the time was about 9:30 in the morning. And it was a Thursday morning. So let me play this clip. I'm going to start putting in special moments every week. And here's our one. We have 2 special moments today. And here is our first special moment. What a great place to learn trumpet. What a great place. And they were playing beautiful music right there next to the lake. I don't know if that was it looked like a father and a son, but it could just be a kid with his teacher. I don't know what it was, but the music was beautiful. You never know what you're going to find in Mexico. Cindy is in the house. She missed us last week. Glad that you are here. Sympathy for the Devil is such a masterpiece. Yes, it is. Okay. Now, here we're going to go to special moment number 2, which I don't think was as special, but I'm going to play it anyway. This was just a surprise moment. Where did this clip go? I'm looking for it. Here we go. This also happened in the park. And you never know what you're going to find in the park. The park is only like a 20-minute walk from here, but here we go. Special moment number 2. This is in the park. Somebody has their horses in the park. Okay, that looks like Mr. Ed. I don't know how many of you remember Mr. Ed, but it was just nice to see these big giant horses right on the lake in the park. Wildlife. How many, Dr. John, you're in New Jersey. I mean, do you see horses when you're walking around? I mean, and cows and goats and chickens. So we kind of live in the suburbs, but we're kind of in the city. And it's just nice to see that kind of stuff. There are my 2 special moments of the week. CMT 63. I watched your wife's video for the fish stew and it looked awesome. Yeah. She's a cooking machine. She's a cooking machine. Cindy, hey, for music teachers, I have known many. Great idea to play music outside. Eric, CMT, me too. I have to get an Instapot. Instapots are great. We went into a couple of restaurants this week. Speaking of food, this place is like a 5-minute walk away. Pinguinos, okay? And Pinguinos, here's what it looks like from the outside. I mean, it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. It's on the edge of town. This is the street that it's on. And here we go. We're going to swing around here and see it's a little shack, actually. But this guy, Pinguinos, he's got to be about 70 years old. El Pinguino. And he pretty much only does seafood, shrimp and fish. And all of his stuff is from the ocean. None of his stuff is from the lake. And we're going to take a look inside of Pinguinos. It's excellent food. Excellent food. Let's go inside and see what's going on. This is Mexican seafood place. And here we go. Let's go inside here. The floors, it's a dirt floor. It's actually not dirt. It's kind of like a red gravel. Oh, look, there's Teresa de Anda. Oh, it looks like she's taking a shot of tequila. And she looks happy about it. Oh, my God. I didn't know you drank alcohol. Ooh, tequila. Oh, and you can see the dirt. You can see the dirt floor. And these white plastic chairs. You come to Mexico, you're going to see these white plastic chairs everywhere. They're from Corona, the Corona Brewery. I don't know if people buy these or they give them away for free for restaurants. I don't know, whatever. They look really tacky, but you're going to see them everywhere you go in Mexico, coast to coast, north to south, east to west. Let's take a look at the kitchen. Again, I love restaurants where I can see the kitchen. Yeah, there you go. That's where they're going to cook the shrimp and our fish. And she's over there cleaning our shrimp. I didn't know that you had to clean shrimp, but I guess there's like a doo-doo vein in the middle of the shrimp, and you need to cut that out. If you don't, you're eating the doo-doo. Teresa taught me that. I've been eating the doo-doo all my life. But you can see that now this lady here that is making my shrimp, she is also the waitress. She is our waitress, and she is the cook, and I believe that she is Pinguino's niece. So she does it all. Okay, so we got that. Let's take a look at the menu. Here we go. Now check out these prices. I'm going to stop the video. But look at these prices. I'm going to eat number 7. That's I can't even see that. I can't say it. Sarradeados shrimp, camarones. That's what I'm going to eat. 140 pesos. That's like $7. I'm gonna play the video. But look at these prices. 135 pesos is like $6.30. Wait, and note that the menu is in English and Spanish. Shrimp cocktail. Teresa is going to have the giant shrimp cocktail. Here's the fish fillet menus, soups and broths. There's okay, that ran out. Okay, here we go. Let's look when the food is ready. Okay, Teresa has the shrimp cocktail. This is the large shrimp cocktail. I thought it would be like in the United States. They bring you that little cup with the little fish going around the edges. But look at this. Look at this. That was $7. That food lasted her for 3 days. $7, and here's my meal, whatever it is, with rice and lettuce. It was awesome. Oh, Pinguino's, excellent. Oh, and that food lasted me for 3 days. Look at that. Oh, is it good, Teresa? Is it good? Oh, let us know. What do you think? Yeah. Yeah, $7 for that meal. We had a couple of shots of tequila, those shrimp meals. Oh, she's going to show us the garlic bread. Oh, this garlic bread was excellent because the bread is actually cooked in the market downtown daily. It's not like Wonder Bread. That's like homemade Mexican bread. This was fabulous. Pinguinos. We walked out of there. At the end of the day, we paid like $20 for 2 days of food, 4 shots of tequila, and you can see Teresa is very happy. And this is real unique Mexican food by a shrimp expert, Pinguinos. Okay, here we go. I remember Mr. Ed. Wilbur. That's funny. Wilbur. Okay. Ron. McKay2. Good morning, all. Late, but here. Thank you for showing up, Ron. Thank you very much. Savvy. I remember Mr. Ed. Dating myself with that admission. Love horses. Yeah, I used to watch Mr. Ed every day. Okay, now let's just keep going. Latina. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Latina. Christine Prowse. I guess I've been eating the doo-doo too. I guess I've been eating the doo-doo too all my life. I remember when I met, we eat a lot of shrimp. We eat a lot of shrimp here. And Teresa has so many shrimp dishes. She has some dishes that will blow you away. But I remember the first time we made shrimp, I got to say, the first time I think I was going to make some shrimp. And she said, do you want me to clean the shrimp? And I said, no, I already cleaned it. She said, no. And she looked at me like she was grossed out. She says, no, you didn't. You have to cut out the vein. I go, what vein are you talking? She says, that black thing going through the middle of the shrimp. Yeah, that's the doo-doo vein. And it's a bit time consuming. She has a method that she gets it done. She takes a knife and she does something very special and shoop, and it's out. But yeah, that's the doo-doo vein, and you're not supposed to eat that. Okay, let's see what's going on. BB, what's up? Hello, Bill. How do you move your money from USA to Mexico? I'm going to move to Mexico next month. Thanks. Okay, BB, I leave all of my money in my bank in the United States. Why would you ever want to put your money in a Mexican bank? And this question comes up frequently, but it's like, I would never put my money in a Mexican bank. Never, ever. My money is in a United States bank. All the stuff that I pay for is electronic. My income is electronic. I've written 300 books. They're on Amazon. I have 3 pen names on Amazon. I can tell you 2 of the pen names. One pen name is Bill the Geek. That's about travel. I have 1 book on Amazon. It's What I Learned at Dartmouth. I haven't sold hardly any of those. Another pen name is Lisa Bond. I have about 150 books on Amazon under the pen name of Lisa Bond. And Lisa does non-fiction, like how to grow marijuana, how to make LSD, how to make wine, how to make beer, all the vices. Lisa Bond covers all the vices. She has good books on how to make fresh bread, how to do canning. And then my third pen name, I can't tell you because this pen name does romance. It does some lesbian romance. It does some erotic romance. And I just can't tell you that because you might look at some of this stuff and get upset. But anyway, so then I make some money for YouTube. Okay, so why am I saying this? Well, all of Amazon and YouTube and some other people, they pay me all of my money electronically. The money goes into my bank account in the United States. I pay a lot of companies electronically. I pay for services for internet. I pay for my internet in cash here in Mexico, but then I've got other services, and you guys have services like these. Oh, Netflix. I pay Netflix electronic. Everything is electronic. But I live on cash. You know, I want to eat food. We paid our electricity bill yesterday. We pay that in cash. We go to the electric company. 2 months of an electric bill was 700 pesos. Now, the electric company down here, they charge you, the electric company is national. Say, something like that. But they charge you for 2 months at a time. So we paid 700 pesos, which is like $35 for 2 months of electricity. That's like $15 a month, más o menos, okay? And we use electricity like mad. But anyway, I get my money out of the bank, out of the ATM machine, so I always have cash, and that's all I need. All my stuff is electronic. I would never put my money in a Mexican bank ever. Now, Teresa just sold her mother's house in Chapala. Okay, so I think you're going to have a Mexican bank in that situation, maybe because this lady's going to give Teresa's mom like 1 million pesos, which is like $50,000. And that's going to be a bank transfer. Now, that's from one Mexican national to another Mexican national. But I'm sure that you could make that happen with an electronic transfer from your American bank to the Mexican bank and make that deposit. So anyway, that's how I deal with money in the United States. Christine Prowse, oh my God, that looks so delicious. I can't wait to go there. I got another food clip coming up soon. I got another really good food clip coming up very soon. Deborah Green, I made it. So glad to be here from Connecticut. Deborah Green, so happy that you could make it here from Connecticut. We are all so happy that you are here. And Cindy is in the house. I vote for more. Oh, really? Cindy, Juggle Goddess. Okay, Cindy. I vote for more restaurant reviews. Great job with the video. Yeah. The goal is I want I have 3 restaurants right now. I'm trying to think if I'm going to do 3 restaurants at a time or 6. But that video might be out next week. Eric Drews, don't move it. Use your debit card at ATMs to access it. That's what I do, Eric. I think that's good advice. Okay, 196. Good morning, Bill from Chicago, the Windy City. I love Chicago, Michigan Avenue. Yes, Chicago is a great town, and the jazz. Aren't the Blues Brothers from Chicago? CMT 63. I've heard that banks in Mexico are not insurers. If it goes out of business, the money is gone. CMT 63. That is true. Teresa's mother had $75 in a bank in Mexico 2 years ago. The bank went out of money and she lost everything. and they just walk away and pretty much say, screw you, your money is now my money. I mean, what a scam. You know, you can open up a place, say that you're a bank, and just collect a bunch of money and then just close down and take everybody's money. So yes, that is true. Olga, Bill, I have heard that you need 2 ATM cards in case the machine eats one. Has that ever happened to you? Olga, that is a super great question. Super great question. You don't know how good that question is. Okay. My ATM, I started using my ATM. I started using my card in Puerto Vallarta. And I try only to go to ATMs that are in banks. I talk about OXXO. I need to make a video about OXXO. OXXO is like 7-Eleven. They have 12,000 OXXOs in Mexico. Many of them have these little machines. You'll see little machines on the street that are money machines. And I know many people, Americans, Canadians, and Mexican nationals in Puerto Vallarta that stuck their card in a machine, and they have people that will follow you. I'm sure this happens in the United States and Canada also. And you go do your transaction, and then the next guy has been watching you. He puts in this little electronic device and steals all of your data. And the next thing, he's out using your card number and spending stuff all up and down the coast, like thousands of dollars. Okay, so I only use my ATM machine in banks. Now, preferably, there's a couple of things I consider. My main option number one that is preferred is I only use machines where you stick the card in and the card doesn't go into the machine. It's like, I don't know how it works, but you stick it in, you can see the card, it's stuck there until you can see it until the transaction is done. Okay? Then it unlocks after you get your money. That is my first option. I have a bank here in Chapala where that works. Okay, option number two. I was in Puerto Vallarta. There was a bank called, I think it's called Santander Bank. Okay, one time, okay, now this is a little tricky. In this bank, I knew for a fact that if you stick your card in the machine and it eats your card, I knew for a fact that the manager, you could go say, hey, the machine ate my card. And I knew for a fact that the manager could go into the back door behind the machine, find your card, and give you your card back. That's the only bank in Mexico that I've encountered that was possible. I'm sure so what you want to do is find a bank that has access to the card if your card gets eaten. You have to investigate that. So there's only 2 places that I go here in Chapala, and that's the machine that doesn't take the card in. And then there's a bank that I go to, is Teresa's Bank also, and I know that they can go in if it eats your card. Many banks, I don't want to say most banks because this may be factually false, but many banks, if it eats your card, pretty much you're kind of screwed. It's like, how are you going to get it back? So there is my answer to that question, Olga. SEO Speed Dragon in the house. Good morning, Bill. Please tell Teresa. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's so heartwarming. That's great. REO Speed Dragon. Tell Teresa I made her caldo de pescado recipe and it blew my girlfriend away. Also, I restore classic cars. Is there a local car club or culture lakeside? I know GLD GDL, Guadalajara, has one. I'm not sure about Ajijic, Chapala, Speed Dragon. Tell you what, though. I did a video with a female auto mechanic. She's my auto mechanic. Her name is Michelle Reyes. Michelle Reyes. Where's Michelle's card? Hold on a second. Michelle owns, her and her husband own a auto mechanic shop. Let me type in her email address. Here you go. Excuse me, FRA. The name of their business is Frats Chapala at gmail.com. And her name is Michelle. Tell her that Bill with the Lexus sent you, and ask her that question. If you've seen the movie My Cousin Vinny, she's like the wife on My Cousin Vinny. She knows everything about cars. She actually works on the cars. She's got 10 guys working for her in there. And she is from Chicago. She has 8 kids. She's 43 years old. She's a fabulous person. But email her and ask her that question. Tell her that Bill with the Lexus sent you. Okay. A Crown 2358. Hello, Bill. We're thinking about retiring in Mexico. Not sure what area was off yet, but Lake Chapala area is one we are eyeing. A Crown. Okay. Okay. So I've lived in Puerto Vallarta, Guadalajara. I loved Puerto Vallarta, but if you're going to live on the coast, it gets hot and humid. And moving to Guadalajara was a total accident, but the climate in Guadalajara was super fantastic. Also, in the description below, I have my cousin's interview and her challenges with living in Guadalajara, not speaking English. I think a lot of moving down here. Well, let's take a step back. Chapala is ranked the best or second best climate in the world. Humidity pretty much here does not exist to a level but nothing like, look, I got a hoodie on. It's August. I'm inside. We don't have air conditioning. We've never needed air conditioning in Guadalajara. It gets a little more warm in Guadalajara. It's only an hour away, but here we never need, this is the best climate in the world. We don't have hurricanes. We don't have tornadoes. We don't have snow, thank God. Puerto Vallarta for 10 years was beautiful, but for 3 months out of the year, you just don't go out in the daytime. And unless you have air conditioning, one of the most expensive things in Mexico is electricity. I think my highest electricity bill in Puerto Vallarta, now this is like 6 years ago, was 8,000 pesos. That's $400 for 2 months, or $200 a month. Now for a lot of people, I know people in Columbus, Ohio, that in the wintertime spend like $1,500 a month just to keep their house warm so that the pipes don't blow up. But okay, let me go back to A Crown 2358. I think. Yeah. I'm saying come down and try out Chapala. Chapala is close to Ajijic. I'm thinking if you're retiring, if you're fluent in Spanish, or if you're halfway fluent in Spanish, move anywhere that you want and enjoy. But I think a really big question is, what are you going to do when you get here? Like, how do you live now? How is that going to change when you get here? It's like, do you read a lot? Do you watch TV a lot? Are you a socialite? If you're a socialite and you're involved in many different groups in the United States, and you have card buddies or bowling buddies, and you'd like to call your friends on the phone and talk to them. Okay, the good thing about Ahihic is you have a large English-speaking groups. You have groups you can be with English-speaking people all the time, okay? Now, on the other hand, I have some subscribers that are artists, some subscribers are authors, and people like that can stay in their houses for a day at a time and don't really need to see people. I'm doing these videos. That's what I do. And that takes me a lot of time. I like it. I read the news every day from the United States. I'm creating videos. I'm learning about search engine optimization. I don't care if I see anybody. I live with Teresa. I want to see her. Okay. But, I have things to do. My cousin has things to do. If I want to talk to somebody in English, Teresa and I speak Spanish all the time. I have friends in the United States. I can call them. Doesn't cost me any money. I can do, I can see them if I want to see them. But okay, where do you want to live in Mexico? Mexico is fabulous. Around Lake Chapala, and again, Lake Chapala is the largest lake in Mexico. So there are hundreds of places that you can live around Lake Chapala and have perfect climate all year long. The thing is do you want to live in a place that is mostly Mexican national with not too many people that speak English? That's the question. How do you want to live when you get here? Now, if you just want to have cable TV, and I had one guy ask me, well, do they have cable TV? Can I see Lakers games? Okay, well, whatever. Okay, so if you're going to watch TV all day or take walks, or maybe you're a cook or something, but it depends on your level of Spanish and your commitment to learning some Spanish and learning a new life. That's the decision that you're going to have to make. And the good news is you can just move to a place and get a 1 month, rent it for 1 month or for 6 months or for a year, and just travel around and see places. You're going to fall in love with everywhere you go. So come down and test the waters. Okay, there you go. Jordan White, how much is the average? Oh, this is a good question. Jordan White, how much is the average men's haircut? I'm going to say about 600 pesos. No, I'm going to say 60 pesos, somewhere between 40 and 60 pesos. 40 pesos is $2. 60 pesos is $3. I cut my own hair. I've been cutting my own hair for 30 years. I used to pay $24 to get my hair cut when I was a salesperson for Dun & Bradstreet. I go to this place and I'd have my suit and tie on, go in, had my appointment, $24 to cut this hair. Okay. But the woman that cut my hair, she was beautiful. And then she would wash my head and all that kind of stuff. $24. This is like 30 years ago. And then I went into Walmart one day and I saw those hair buzz things. And I bought that for $18. I saw the price, $18. I still have that thing. And I cut my hair last night and it was free. So for $2 to $3, unless you want something really special done, you're going to be good. Now, Teresa goes to this place that's like half a mile away, but she's a female, and so she has stuff done to her hair, like, strains of color put through it and all that kind of stuff. But I think that might cost her like $10. You can get a pedicure down here for like $10. Jordan White, thank you so much. There's a haircut, Jordan White. I can get a haircut with that $2. Thank you so much. This is what I do. I do it for fun, but thank you for chipping in on the fun. REO Speed Dragon, sweet. Thanks, Bill. Jordan White, okay. One Gypsy Traveler. Just the lack of humidity is going to win me over. Kentucky is terribly humid. One Gypsy Traveler. I'm from Columbus, Ohio, and I don't think people realize that Ohio, Kentucky, when it's August, it goes up to like 90, 95 degrees. It's miserable. And when I was a kid, people didn't have air conditioning. I guess maybe really wealthy people did. When I was maybe 10 years old, I didn't know what air conditioning was. We would have our windows open. We didn't have any fans. We lived in the country. But it's so, I mean, you have to take like 5 showers a day. That's the way the weather is in Puerto Vallarta. And I tell you what, I was in Puerto Vallarta in December, the perfect time to be there. And I was ready to move back with the ocean and all. I mean, Puerto Vallarta is so wonderful. But then I tell you what, this climate here around Lake Chapala will keep you, it will keep me here because I don't like that humidity stuff. I like being cool all the time. It's the end of August. I've got this really thick hoodie on, mainly for mosquitoes protection. And I'm not sweating. It's the end of August. Let's do a temperature check. Where'd the phone go? Here's the phone. Let's see what the temperature is here in, what's going on? What was that? Oh, okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go to AccuWeather and see what is the current temperature. Here, AccuWeather says right now it is 66 degrees. You know, I mean, what do you want? 66 degrees. I can live with 66 degrees. It is 11 o'clock in the morning. It's 66 degrees. Eric Drews, thank you so much. I can get a super haircut with that. With $5, I can get a weave. I'll get a weave, Eric. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Also, I want to say that this week I'm doing my first techie video. And I'm going to do a video on how to rank high in YouTube and how to make money on YouTube. And I make a couple $dollars on YouTube, but it's fun. I mean, it's like having your own TV show. And what else am I going to do? I can't not do anything. My mother was a secretary. She was the secretary for the vice president of the Ohio State University, which for me was very exciting to go visit her at her office. I mean, she's the secretary for the vice president of the Ohio State University, okay? But she was an artist. She was an exquisite artist. And if she wasn't working, she was doing art. She was doing art all the times in so many different ways. She was always busy. I rarely saw my mother watching television. And I'm kind of like my mother. I mean, I can do nothing for after this broadcast, I might do nothing. But tomorrow, then I'm going to do stuff. So I like making these videos. I like, to me, it's artistic. I have to think. I have to figure out what I'm going to do. I've got all this equipment to work with. So what's the point, Bill? What's the point? What is the point? I need something to do. Doing things makes me happy, and I want to share with other people that you can make a couple of dollars on YouTube. And if you have stories to tell, if you have life stories to tell, if you can make up stories, if you know something really good and you can share this information with people internationally, you can put it on YouTube and make a couple of dollars. Some of these people that are talking about retiring down here, and their money, maybe their Social Security is a little bit tight, and maybe they need that extra $200 to $1,000, $200 to $1,000, maybe an extra $2,000 a month, and they want to be creative without spending any money to be creative. All you need is a cell phone and a tripod, and you can start putting videos on YouTube. But anyway, this week I'm going to do my first video on how to rank high on YouTube. For me, it's a lot of fun, and like you guys are in the house right now, I've made friends. I got a guy named Ronnie. I've met, it's funny, or that girl, I don't know if that girl is watching still, but that girl, me and Teresa gave her references for an apartment in Ajijic. I have a subscriber in New Mexico, Ronnie. He's retired from the military. He'll be here. He sold his house Friday. He's moving here. He's flying down here this coming Friday for his move to Ajijic. I mean, being on YouTube, I've met so many people, and so many people have become friends. People email me and ask Teresa and I to go out to lunch in Ajijic or Chapala. We meet lots of people, but anyway, I'm going to do that video this week. Again, Eric Drews and Jordan White, thank you so much for the contribution. CMT, do they ever spray for mosquitoes in Ajijic? Okay, I don't know how that goes. Here in our gated community, they spray for mosquitoes and scorpions regularly. They spray the streets, they keep the lawns, not the lawns, but the fields in the community cut for mosquitoes, but they spray for mosquitoes and mosquitoes and scorpions regularly. Teresa says that throughout her life in Guadalajara, they used to spray the streets. And I don't know how many of you guys remember this, but when I was a kid, the bug man used to come in a truck when I lived in the country. And the bug man would come down the road. He worked for the county or whatever. And he would just be, he would be spraying just massive spray for mosquitoes. Massive. And we were little kids, we would run behind the truck to get into the spray because it just looked so cool, right? But they stopped doing that because it was like not real healthy. But anyway, they used to do that in Guadalajara. Teresa said they cut funding for that, so I don't know how often they do that in Guadalajara. I don't know if they do that in Chapala. I have never seen it in Chapala, nor have I ever seen it in Ajijic. Cities and towns down here, they're all on different budgets, and the things that they think are important or not important is just mind-blowing. Jack Webb, I'm in Lexington, Kentucky. I've been there a few times, Jack. I'm in Lexington, Kentucky. It is 86 right now, and the humidity is 64%. It's going to get hotter today as it drags on. I got my 5 miles in early. It's still miserable. That humidity sucks. I'm telling you, that Midwestern humidity, let alone Georgia, that's it sucks. It's terrible. One gypsy traveler, 66 degrees. Yeah, it's 66 degrees here. I'm on my way. Damn that passport time, lad. I'm telling you, this climate is the bomb. It's the bomb. It really surprised me because I only moved to Guadalajara because I met Teresa, and that's where she lived. Okay, and she invited me. Okay, but the climate there is like here in Chapala, except the air purity isn't as good. But it really does it has changed my life. That humidity thing, let alone the snow and the freezing situation. I mean, I have seen snow because I went back to Ohio, some time ago, and Maryland some time ago, just for like short periods of time. But I am so happy to live in a climate where I can live fully all year. What do I mean by live fully? I can sleep at night without sweating in the summertime, and in the wintertime, I don't have to put on 3 layers of clothes. I mean, I went to school at Dartmouth College, and in January at Dartmouth College, every day it was 50 degrees below zero. If you went outside without 3 layers of clothing, you could die. But living in the perfect climate in the world, you can walk around all year in some jeans and a t-shirt and just live good. That's life. For me, that's life. And may I add that after when I first got to Puerto Vallarta, I was working all the time, teaching classes online. That was my own business, all through the internet. And so I just wanted to work a lot so I could keep my apartment. And in Puerto Vallarta, you can be in bars 24/7, 7 days a week. I've seen people do it. And so my goal was just to work and teach classes and get more students and stay out of the bars. Okay. But so what I would do is I would get up every morning, go down to the ocean, go to Dee's Cafe, get 2 cups of coffee from Dee's Cafe in Puerto Vallarta. It's a wonderful place. Watch the ocean, drink my coffee. Then I would go back home and get on the computer and teach some classes and make $35 an hour. Now I charge $45 an hour. But so what is the point? What is the point? I'm getting old. I'm losing my mind. Help me. What is the point? Okay. So after 6 months in Vallarta, it was like heaven. I mean, the ocean, the wonderful weather, though it got humid. And I was contacting friends saying, "Oh, you got to move to Mexico. You got to move to Mexico." Oh, and people didn't understand what I was talking about. Even my friends and relatives in Ohio in the wintertime, they couldn't appreciate that I'm on the beach drinking coffee in the morning. So now I don't even talk to my friends or my family about the benefits of living really cheap in perfect weather year round, because their minds can't handle it. They can't appreciate it. They have no clue what year round perfect weather is living cheap. So anyway, let me move ahead here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I digressed. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. We got a whole bunch of stuff going on up here. Jordan White. Did you say weave or weed? I said weave. Weave. Okay. Christine C. Like button is lonely. Oh, the like button is lonely. Christine C. Thank you very much. Chris, some of you guys send messages to Teresa, and Teresa always shows me the messages. That makes her so happy. Also, for those of you that showed up late, Teresa's latest video, I have a link. It's on how to make broth, how to make fish broth. It's in the link below. She needs some subscribers, so help her out if you can. But Christine C, she showed me a message that you sent her that you sent her a couple of days ago. She is so appreciated. And we have Eddie Murphy in the house, Axel Foley. I'm not going to read your message yet, but Beverly Hills Cop is one of my favorite movies. I've seen that movie like 100 times on Netflix. Axel Foley, could you please provide a few towns with good weather and no humidity? Okay, Axel. Ajijic is one. Chapala is one. Guadalajara is one. Jocotepec. And if you look at the map, I need to get the map up, but Jocotepec is about 30 minutes from Chapala. San Nicolas, we have a video on San Nicolas. That's like a 10-minute drive. It's a very small town, population like 1,500 people. But if you look at a map and look and you find Lake Chapala on the map, anything around Lake Chapala, I believe, is the climate is going to be pretty much wonderful. And again, Lake Chapala is the largest lake in Mexico. The thing that you want to check out, you want to visit there, I'm sure you want internet connection. I'm sure you want a good cell phone connection. That's the one thing you want to check out. We did a video. Oh, Mescala. We went to Mescala, which is like a 30-minute drive away. We have a video on Mescala. They have a very mysterious prison there. And the town is very quaint and lovely, but their internet is slow, very slow internet. There's another place, we went there. Anywhere around the lake is going to have good climate year round, but if you're going to move there, before you move there, rent there. Okie dokie. Here, let's see. Axel Foley, One Gypsy Traveler, Jack Webb. Yep, it's 82 degrees here. Ha ha ha. CMT. What is the south side of the lake like? Oh, the south side of the lake is pretty much like here. On the south. Okay. How do I say this? Ooh, okay. Two things about the south side of the lake. Teresa's mom is a singer, and I did a video on her birthday. You can hear her sing for a little bit. But some hotel in a small town on the south side of the lake, they have her come in and sing once a month. And she has fans that come. She has like 400 or 500 fans. They come to hear her sing. So occasionally, Teresa and I will drive to the south side of the lake, get a hotel, go listen to her mom sing, which is another story. But the weather on the south side of the lake is about the same as here. Teresa's daughter and her two daughters, they own, it's like a timeshare, except it's a cabin, and they can go there 7 weeks out of the year to use this cabin. It's on the south side of the lake, and we went there in the winter one time, and it was chilly at night. It went down to like 50 degrees, and we had a fireplace. Maybe it was like 47 degrees, but by 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, it was up to like 70 degrees, sunshine. So the south side of the lake is very similar to Chapala Ajijic. One Gypsy Traveler. And horrible. Okay. Cindy, how reliable is the internet at your place? How are the speeds? Okay. In this house, we have 2 internet services. You hit me with that question. We have Telcel and Telmex. For my cell phone service, I use Telcel. It is the major cell phone carrier in Mexico. Okay, now we use Telcel for internet, and it has they say they have a maximum speed of 5 meg. But if I do a check on that, it's usually 20 to 24 meg. That is our backup system. Our main system is Telmex. I'm broadcasting right now with video through YouTube through Telmex. Our Telmex Internet, that is the major landline phone company in Mexico. We have 2 lines through Telmex. We have a fiber optic system, which just was installed about a year ago. That system maxes out at 20 meg. I believe if I checked right now, it is at 20 meg. And for those 2 lines, Teresa can be on one line, I can be on another line, both at 20 meg. For those 2 lines, we pay 350 pesos a month, which is $17. We pay Telcel $17 a month. So for 3 internet lines, we're paying about $35 a month. So we have both services so that if one goes out, we can use the other. Now, we could pay for up to 200 meg for Telmex. But if I'm not mistaken, that would cost me like 1,000 pesos a month or $50 a month. And I like high-speed internet, but it's surprising that at 20 meg, everything works. Like I teach classes online. I'm using GoToMeeting. Everything works good. I'm reading newspapers. I'm talking to you right now, and everything's cool. So, for $17 a month, I'm good with that. Now, in Guadalajara, let me say this also. Internet, I think I've been here 3 years. I think the internet has turned off maybe like once or twice, maybe for an hour or 2. And that's why I have 2 services. In Guadalajara, I just saw a guy driving around in an internet truck yesterday in Chapala, and he said that his service, you could get 500 meg. Okay. When I was in Guadalajara, you can get much faster speeds in Guadalajara. But I'm good at 20 meg. I'm good to go. All right, let's see what else is going on over here. Okay, BB. Bill, I have another question. What U.S. banks I can use in Mexico for transfers? What? You can use any U.S. bank down here for transfers. I can't think of a bank that you can't use for transfers. I mean, you're good to go with any banks. But I tell you what, I use Charles Schwab for a bank because when I take money out of the ATM, they don't charge you a fee. Many United States banks will charge you somewhere between $10 to $20 every time you take money out of the bank. So you take it's crazy. I mean, they're just like screwing you. So check with your bank. Tell them, I'm going to Mexico. I'm going to use the ATM. What are you going to charge me? Ask them that. Okay, BB, CMT, Bill, CMT, where'd you go? I'm looking for your, okay. Bill, we followed the bug guy on our bikes in Columbus. You're from Columbus? I didn't know that, CMT. I didn't know that. Yeah, followed the bug guy. Yeah, following the bug guy, the exterminator in the truck with all those toxic fumes coming out. Yeah, that was fun. Eric Drews, what's the most pesos? Okay, Eric Drews, that's an excellent question. What are the most pesos you can take out of the ATM? I'm going to say a standard amount. The bank that I go into in downtown Chapala that the card doesn't go in all the way, the most I can take out of that bank is 6,000 pesos. That's like $300. Across the street, there's a bank where you can take out 9,000 pesos. That's like $450. That's the most I've ever seen a bank, an ATM, allow you to take out. Maybe I can take out more there, but 9,000 pesos. When I go to Teresa's bank, I can take out 7,000 pesos, which is like $350. But I tell you what, I probably take out about 7,000 pesos a month. That's enough money to buy food and gasoline on a monthly basis and to have some fun to go out to dinner. Okay, here we go. A Crown. Bill, do you deal with mold in the area you live in? No, we don't have any mold. I've never had a mold problem. You're going to run into a mold problem if you live on the ocean. When I lived in Puerto Vallarta, the place that I rented, my landlords, they had a farm in Kentucky. So in the summer, for 6 months, when it got hot, they would go live in Kentucky. And they had I lived above them. They had a house like the Marriott. They had a bunch of leather furniture. And when they would come back after 6 months, all of their furniture in the humidity. They had a pool in their living room, a swimming pool. It was a complicated thing, but they would have to have all of their furniture cleaned, all of their drapes cleaned. If you live on the ocean and it gets humid in the summertime, that's when you're going to deal with mold. In this environment, I haven't seen mold in 6 years. Okay, now. Okay. Jack Webb, I renewed my passport a few months ago. I wasn't in a hurry to get it as I'm not going to travel right now. It took me 6 months to get my new passport. Yeah, they say that they're having problems with passports right now. My friend Ronnie that's moving down here, he just got his passport last week. They didn't think he was going to get it till October. I don't know what the deal with that slowdown is. I just got my passport renewed last year. There's a place called the Lake Chapala Society. The Guadalajara consulate comes here once a month. I got my passport renewed in 1 month. 1 month. Okay, I didn't even have to go to the Guadalajara consulate. Okay, now, Joan Richards in Florida, if I'm not mistaken. Glad to have you in the house. Good afternoon, Bill. Hi, folks. Just dropping by to say hi. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Thank you, Joan Richards. Always happy to see you in the house. And again, I really want to thank Jordan White and Eric Drews for chipping in to help support my channel. Okay, where's Joan Richards? Capitan. Average humidity in Chapala is 62% per weather site. Okay, it feels good. Virginia, Mr. Lewis, greetings from New York. Are you in the city? Okay, the social worker in Long Island, Virginia. Welcome to another Saturday live broadcast from Bill the Geek, broadcasting live from Chapala, Mexico. Darlene Spring, good morning, all. If you are working to learn Spanish, before moving to Mexico, respond. Okay. And Darlene saying, hey, if you're trying to learn Spanish, hit her up and she will help you out. Sorry, folks, for the cough. Pamela the nurse, how you doing? Hi, Bill. I visited Mazamitla, Switzerland of Mexico, which is at 7,000 feet. Gorgeous little town, but the elevation was too much for my heart. I'm so glad I didn't stay overnight. Did fine in Chapala. Pamela Nurse, great to have you in the house. I was wondering, are you still in South Carolina, or are you coming back to Mexico? I know that Pamela got her permanent visa. Pamela Nurse used my immigration attorney. His name is Albaro. His email is below. It went very smoothly for her. She's very active. She has an electric bicycle that she just got a few months ago. She travels around. Thank you, Pamela, for showing up. Joe Griff, Dr. John. Am I correct that the south side of Lake Chapala is not so much inhabited by expats and also largely agricultural communities. Dr. John, Joe Griff, I'm going to say, okay, now let me take a step back here. Let's go back to Pamela Nurse's comment. She mentions Mazamitla, the Switzerland of Mexico. Excuse me for that cough. I'm going to drink some water. Woo! Water. Ooh, that was good. Wow. Okay, Dr. John. We went, Teresa and Teresa's son and I, we spent 4 days in Mazamitla, and I did a video on it. And I'm thinking we did not, and they call it the little Switzerland of Mexico. It's a beautiful town, but I don't remember running into, I think I saw one expat there in 4 days, but we did see many people from Europe. On the south side of Lake Chapala, it is agricultural. You'll see many farms, many pueblos, which are small towns out in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by farms, all kinds of farms. So yeah. So if you want, I'm telling you, I can live anywhere, but I could live in Mazamitla, but I don't know how the internet is there, but I bet it's pretty good. But if you don't want to be around expats, if you don't want to be around people from Canada or the United States, and you want to enjoy the full Mexican experience, consider living on the lake, on the south side of the lake, and then you might meet some Europeans, which is going to be a totally different mindset than Americans and Canadians. Okay, Jordan White. One gypsy traveler, how do you highlight a person's name to ask them a question? Ooh, I don't know how to do that. Christine Prowse, I pay $100 a month for internet. Ha ha. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like Telmex, I'm paying them 350 pesos a month for 2 lines. That's $17 a month. And they've been reliable for me. Cindy, thanks for that extensive internet info. Redundant internet services are so smart. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Thank you so much. Troll for Truth. Is rent cheaper on the south side? I'm sure it is. It's going to be way cheaper than Puerto Vallarta, way cheaper than Ajijic. Be smart the way that you look for rental properties. I think look around for an Airbnb in areas that you want to go to and stay there. Spend the money. The Airbnb is going to be expensive, but go rent, see if you can get like a monthly rate. Then you can cook and eat and have cable TV, and you'll be comfortable for a month. And then you can walk around the town, meet locals, and find out where the bargain rentals are. Okay, Troll for Two. I pay $10 a month with AT&T. Good for you. For internet, $10 a month. AT&T disabled price. Very good. Okay, we're going to go to another video that we shot. Oh, and for you regulars, thank you. For you new people that are here, thank you for showing up. We're here every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. And subscribers, thanks for coming up, hanging around. I'm going to show you another restaurant in a second. Oh, but I wanted to say something. Okay, we've been going on now since 10 o'clock. We've been online for an hour and a half. So for our first few weeks, I would cut off after an hour and 15 minutes. Then I tried changing the batteries. So folks, this is the time when it's time for me to change the battery in the camera, but I don't have to because we have an electrical hookup. I just had to bring that up. Let's visit another restaurant. We went into this restaurant a few minutes ago. I showed the video for Penguinos, the shrimp place. And right across the street from Penguinos, oh, that's Penguinos again. No, we don't want to go there again. But what? Oh, here we go. But we do want to go. Oh, do we have that? That's Penguinos. Okay. We went in to this place. This is called Lake Chapala, which means the letter Che. Che is a letter. And this is a really clean, nice little restaurant right across. And look, there's Teresa de Anda. Very clean. You'll see the wine selection, the alcohol selection. And this place is always full of Americans and Canadians. Let me stop the video. This lady's sitting right behind Teresa. Teresa's funny because my Spanish is okay, but she's a Mexican national, so her Spanish is excellent. She understands everything, and she hears very well. She smells very well. She's freaky about it. So we're sitting there, and the lady behind Teresa says, "Did you hear that?" And I said, "Did I hear what?" Because I didn't hear anything. Okay. She says, she's a doctor, and she said 2 of her patients today died of COVID. Okay, and I just had to bring that up. But the lady's a doctor. 2 of her clients that day died of COVID. People are dying down here. They're dying all over the world, but you don't hear about it so much in the news, but it's bad down here. We don't leave the house. You can see we're in this restaurant, but there are social distancing. But I had to give this up. This is a very popular place. I didn't bring up their menu, but it's really clean. It's on the 2nd story. And the prices are higher. But we're on the 2nd story with an excellent view. They have a thatched ceiling, and the place is also a spa. So you can rent a room here. The rooms are very nice. Get a back rub. And while we're eating, this is the view from the 2nd floor. There are a bunch of cows across the street. The cows are right next door to Penguinos, but let's take a look at the food. Okay, here we go. We have our food, and let's see what Teresa is going to eat. She ordered fish and chips, and I've had the fish and chips here. They're fabulous. And that is like 3 days of fish and chips for Teresa. It comes with a special sauce and, of course, vinegar. And she loved it. And the French fries were excellent. How is it? Is it good, Teresa? Huh? What do you think? Ooh, yum, yum, huh? Oh, yum, yum. Okay. I got a hamburger. Actually, this is a cheeseburger. Okay. I'm going to say that this is the 2nd best cheeseburger I ever had in my life. And it's so big, I could only eat half of it. And it's topped with bacon. The French fries were excellent. I think we ate here on Tuesday. I just finished off the 2nd half of the cheeseburger like last night. Okay, now you may say, well, Bill, why are you live in Mexico? Why would you order a cheeseburger? Well, I tell you what, we eat tacos, enchiladas, all that kind of stuff. In this house, we only eat Mexican food. frijoles, which are beans. We eat Mexican dishes here 24/7. And may I add, one time when I'd been living in Puerto Vallarta for about 3 years, and there was a family, a Mexican national family. They had a wonderful restaurant right on the beach. They had a large family. The food was excellent. It's all Mexican food. And so one time I went to the mall. It's called the Galleria. It's a big fancy mall in Puerto Vallarta, and in there they have a Carl's Jr. So I went into Carl's Jr. I ate at Carl's Jr. one time in my life, and I haven't been back since. But this whole family, they had like 10 people in one booth sitting on top of each other. And I asked them, what are you doing in Charles Jr.? I would never eat at Charles Jr. And I said, you guys have such fabulous food in your restaurant and da-da-da-da. And one of the children, one of the adult children said, but we eat that all the time. and one person in one person in our group here on a Saturday group says, Bill, where can you get the best cheeseburger in Chapala Mexico? I'm going to say this place right here, Lake Chapala. I'm going to put a link to, they have a website. They have a Latra inside, Latra food right here. They have a website, and this is the best cheeseburger I've had, the second best cheeseburger I've had in my life. The best cheeseburger I ever had was in the town right next to Milwaukee, on the beach. But this cheeseburger was excellent, I got to say. Let me check my notes out and see what I've been missing out on. This. Oh, thank you, Virginia. CMT, thank you so much. Thank you so much. CMT from Columbus, Ohio, A Crown. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. These videos actually are a lot of work. My neighbor across the street, his name is Jim. He and his wife Lori have only lived in Mexico for 2 months. They rent across the street. And and their subscribers, sometimes they pop in here. And he said, Bill, what do you do to prepare for these videos? And I told him, I thought about it a second, and I said, oh, no, what do you do to prepare for your live broadcast? And I told him, I don't do anything. But then I thought about it. No, man, it's like, I've got this list of stuff. I think through the week, what do I have of value to share with people? But it's so much fun, and the feedback that I get back, it's like Pamela Nurse, helping her get her permanent visa. She took me and Teresa out to lunch. She worked with my attorneys to help her get her permanent visa. Then I actually met her. I still communicate with her, and meeting all of you. And then the person that is a social worker in Long Island, I think it is. I mean, when you're a social worker, you help people. But anyway, thank you guys so much. Let's see. Oh, okay. Here we go. Axel Foley. I'm looking for, great day from, I got a lot of backing up to do. I got to do some backing up. Cindy. It is very smoky in the Bay Area today. Cindy, you live in the Bay Area. Oh, Cindy says it's very smoky in the Bay Area today. Air quality right now is unhealthy. 152 here. Guadalajara is 59. Ajijic is 26. Ajijic wins. Thank you, Cindy. I lived in San Francisco for 5 years. That's just not right. This climate thing. climate change is going nuts. God bless you, Cindy, and hang in there, get an aqua lung or something. But yeah, and then that's the Bay Area. It's supposed to be perfect. The Bay Area is supposed to be perfect. Who Loves Your Baby? You got to like that name. We got Who Loves Your Baby in the house and Axel Foley. Are there mask mandates and vaccine mandates in Mexico and in the area where you live? I'm going to say no to both questions. I'm going to say yes and no. As far as vaccines go, there are no mandates that I know of. Teresa and I are one shot in. We're waiting on our second shot. That's a whole different story. We should have that within 2 to 3 weeks. Mask. If you go to if you go into almost any nice place, if you go to Telcel, the major cell phone company, to pay your bill or to get service, you're going to have to wear a mask to get in there. If you go into Walmart, you're going to have to wear a mask to get into Walmart. Soriana, the major grocery store chain, one of them in Mexico, you're going to have to wear a mask. Walking around town, nobody's going to stop you for not wearing a mask. To get into many of the little tiendas, that's the little shops here and there, they might ask you to wear a mask. Personally, I don't go anywhere where people aren't wearing masks. I guess I will go in. I always wear a mask. People are dying down here. It's a virus. It's like herpes. It's like AIDS. It's like driving 200 miles an hour directly through a small town where they're having a parade. People are dying down here. So I don't want to die. I wear the mask, but they don't have mandates down here. But what scares me is when we're walking around in the morning and we changed our walk time. We used to leave here at 7 in the morning, but now it's raining almost every morning. But so we changed that to 9 in the morning. But at 7 in the morning, a lot of people are getting on buses to go to work. The buses are crowded, and you would see people on the buses without masks, and it's like people are face to face. People are dying of COVID down here. Yet the government says 50 million people have been vaccinated. I don't believe it. I don't believe the government. Gigi on the go. Great day from Charlotte, North Carolina. Love your town. Been there many times. Charlotte, North Carolina. Axel Foley, have you lived in other South American countries? If yes, where? No, I have. This is the only Spanish-speaking country I've lived in. Teresa has lived. She has visited Panama, Bogota, that's a city, but Colombia. But I would love to go further south, though I hear Spanish is a little different down there. Okay, now. Akron, how much does health insurance cost for a couple living in Mexico? Good question, Akron. Now, the good thing about dating or being married to a Mexican national is that Teresa's family is huge. It's like her brother. She's the oldest of 9 children. So her brother is an executive with an insurance company. And his wife is our insurance agent. So we buy insurance through her. Her name is Veronica. So I pay Veronica $1,200 a year. Teresa pays about the same. We have very high deductibles. So what's that? $2,400. That is for, and that is, so if we get sick, we go to the best hospitals in Mexico, private hospitals. So there you go. But yeah, if you're single, come on down, marry a Mexican national, hook up with their families, and then you learn all about Mexico. Okay, now, CMT 63, how long did it take you to get used to the elevation? We are in Florida now. Okay. When I lived in Denver, it took me about a month to assimilate. Okay, that's good. CMT, it didn't take me any time. Well, okay, let me step back. I've been here for 6 years. I've been in the Guadalajara, Chapala area for 6 years, coming here from Puerto Vallarta. Okay, I had no problem in assimilating coming from Puerto Vallarta. But I tell you what, when I was younger, I lived in San Luis Potosi, Mexico, and I went there from New Hampshire. From New Hampshire? No, from Columbus, Ohio to San Luis Potosi. And that elevation was a lot higher. And I did a lot of weight training, a lot of working out. And I didn't have any problems. I was already very well in shape because I was playing college football. But when I returned to Ohio at the time, it seemed like doing health stuff was so much easier coming from that high elevation. But I've never had a problem with the elevation here. Though Pamela Nurse, who was on here just a little while ago, she said in Mazamitla, she had a problem with the elevation. I've never had a problem with elevations, but everybody's system is a little bit different. Let's go on down here. El Sicilista. I lived in Chile for 3 years. How was that? Chile, Virginia. Have you gone to thermal natural baths? Did you feel better? Virginia, we're going to do a video. There are several thermal natural baths that are like a 10-15 minute drive from here. We have visited, but we've never gotten in the water. I touched the water, and they have all kinds of weird stuff you can do. Like they got the mud stuff, the bath stuff, they put stuff in the water, but they're all natural. And some of them can be very expensive. You can rent spa rooms, you get massages there. They have these things for public and private. So on the public side, it's going to be the hot water, the bubbly thing, but on the private side, it's going to be, more ritzy. But I've never been in one. When I lived in San Francisco, I used to do, or even when I lived in Ohio or in New Hampshire, I used to do saunas all the time after working out. But we're going to do a video on what you call these thermal natural baths very soon. Thank you very much. Dr. John, Doe Griff, CMT 63, your body should assimilate to living at higher altitudes within a week or two. Joe Griff, Dr. John, he cracks me up because the guy is very intelligent. And Dr. John, thank you so much for showing up and helping us out from a medical perspective. That's just great. If you have chronic heart or lung disease like COPD, emphysema, you can expect a lower exercise tolerance. Thank you very much, Joe Griff, Dr. John. Christine C. and a Modelo. Yes, Modelo. I tell you what. Oh, and a Modelo. Oh, you must be talking about at Lake Chapala. Yeah, I kind of like, they have Modelo Negra. I kind of like that. I'm a Heineken person myself, and I stay away from the hard stuff. Gypsy Forever. Hi, Bill. Loving your channel. Watch the medical emergency. Very informative. glad to be of service. Christine C., thanks for chipping in with the $3. That will help our channel. I had to buy some new equipment this week because one little $200 piece of equipment stopped working. But Christine C., thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Thank all of you for your support. Thank you guys for showing up again. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. I try to put out a video or two every week. We have more stuff to come. And I try to make these Saturday live broadcasts as friendly and fun and as informative as possible. Okay. Troll for Truth. Thanks. Thank you, dude. Or I don't know if you're male or female, but Troll for Truth. Thanks. Thank you. CMT. Thanks. Joe Griff. It was a long time ago when I lived there. We are at sea level in Punta Gorda and want to visit next year and look for a place to rent while visiting. Very good. Olga, your information is valuable. Adding 100 to your kitty. Right on, girl. Thank you so much, Olga. Thank you so much. And it's great hearing from everyone. Christine, I think it's the Lake the Lake Tahoe fires is giant. It's crazy. You got COVID. You got the fire thing going on. We have 2 hurricanes working that I know of right now. Then you got Taliban and Afghanistan. Everything kind of rhymes, but we'll just keep moving along here. Jordan White, thanks again. Every little bit helps. Cindy, it's so smoky from the northern California wildfires right now. Happens every year now. Pretty terrible. That's just a shame. But you know, what are you going to do? Christine, you could contact Blue Angel Solutions to get an idea of health insurance cost. Very good. Thank you for that tip, Christine. CMT 63, Joe Griff. We want to get our booster shot before we come to visit and check out the situation. Okay, very good. Terry Burns, can I vaccinate or not? Shot wears off as time goes by. Shot can cause autoimmune problem in some people. Killed my cousin. Okay, yeah, just wear a mask. But I tell you what, we don't go out. We go to the grocery store. You saw us, we were in those 2 restaurants this week. But when we were in Pinguinos, we were like the only people there. I mean, look, we're in Pinguinos. There's this guy and his 2 friends. But you can see, here's Teresa way out here in the back. So we're like 20 feet over. We're the only ones in the restaurant, and then we're drinking tequila. I mean, it's like there's nobody there, and it's open and ventilated. And when the waitress would come by, we would wear a mask. So pretty much and then we have friends that want to get together and do things. And this one couple, they want to get together, and they never wear masks. It's like, I'm not getting together with them. I mean, I love them. They're wonderful people. I might not see them. Okay, so here we go. I had to start CMT, medication. Oh, CMT 63. I had to start medication for high blood pressure this past year. I think it's because of being stressed out about the COVID situation in Florida. We feel like hostages. Oh, well, come on down. I don't feel like a hostage because I'm in the house all the time. I'm not real social. Teresa's more social than me. She loves being social. But I actually, the COVID helped me because I just do more videos. I mean, but whatever. Now, CMT 63 to our current state government. Okay. Cindy, yes, I noticed that Modelo on the table too. They didn't have Heineken. Heineken, yeah, we got Heineken in the refrigerator. And after this broadcast, I'm going to OXXO and buy some more Heineken. Yes, I am. Bottles. Joe Griff, CMT 63, good idea. You should be able to get vaccinated more easily back here in the States. Dr. John Joe Griff, I tell you what, getting vaccinated down here in Mexico is like a circus. I mean, I showed you guys the video of us getting vaccinated. We're one shot in. I mean, up there, you can just go to CVS and just get vaccinated. You can just decide, I think I'll go get vaccinated this afternoon. That's not the way it is down here. The government sets up when and where you can get vaccinated, and it's like a circus. So yeah, get vaccinated up there, and then if you need to get vaccinated again, take a plane up there, drive back up to get vaccinated again. Okay, let's see what's going on. Thanks for the confirmation on getting the booster. Eric Drews, CMT, I just got my booster here. Wow, que bueno, you guys are getting boosters. CMT 63, my husband, oh, you're a female. I didn't know that, CMT 63. My husband wants to get together with you and show you about, oh, cool. Oh, okay. And fly drones and helicopters. Oh, yeah. I've never flown a helicopter, but I swear to God, I love my drone. Teresa loves the drone. The drone is a lot of fun, and I can't wait to make some more money to get a better drone, though I'm very happy with my Mavic Air. Miguel, hi, going to Chapala for 1 month. Can I get full service cell service just for 1 month and just borrow the service provider's smartphone and return the phone when done? Okay, Miguel, here's what I would do. Just come down with your current phone and get a new chip. Pull out your old chip, put in a Mexican chip, and then you just buy minutes. And you can do this at OXXO. And then there are Telcel stations like every block. You just put in another chip, and then you have full service. You have internet, you have WhatsApp, you have email, you have everything that you want, and you just buy more minutes. So when you need more minutes, you go to OXXO and just add minutes. You don't really need to come down and buy. You don't need to go to Telcel and buy like a month worth of service. Axel Foley, how do you dress to not stand out like a gringo in Mexico? Mexico is, I don't worry about it really. I mean, just wear some jeans and a shirt. You really have to think that the entire world has, almost the entire planet has been watching television, and a lot of that is American television for like 50 or 60 years. So if you walk into downtown Chapala or on the side streets of Chapala or Guadalajara, now let me take a step back. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. That is where Wesley Lexner lives. He owns The Gap. He owns Old Navy. Okay, so The Gap, Old Navy, if you walk into Guadalajara or Chapala, you're going to see many Mexican national with The Gap and Old Navy hoodies, sweatshirts, and t-shirts. Half the people in town are going to wear Levi's. Oh, you're going to see many t-shirts. You're going to see many t-shirts that say, I love New York. I have a t-shirt. It says, it's a hoodie. It says Princeton. And, so just dress like you would if you were in downtown New York City. Or you can buy a Mexican nice shirt if you want. But if you just wear a t-shirt and some jeans, you'll be okay. Now, Jordan White, Bill, it's been 2 hours. Time for lunch. Okay, it's been 2 hours now. And I want to thank everybody for showing up. I want to thank all of those people that come here like every week. Again, this week I'm going to do a video on how to rank high on YouTube. We're going to do a casual walk through the side streets of Chapala. We're going to go we're going to show you tiendas, places where they make tortillas, little teeny tiny restaurants. Some of these, they're not even restaurants. It's like a room in somebody's house. I think it's going to be a really cool video. Teresa might come out with another recipe this week. And I want to thank you people that contributed to my channel, because we try to keep things going. I don't know what the light fluctuation thing is going on right now. So yeah, we'll shake up the lights, bring up the light. Okay, so this is Bill the Geek, and I think we are about to sign off. Is there anything else? Let me check my list. I think I hit it all. Okay, so everybody that showed up, thank you very much for coming. We'll be back next week. This is Bill the Geek, broadcasting live from Chapala, Mexico. Love you all. See you next Saturday. Whew.